I believe in the Naga.
Vulcan Jeweler Supply, can I help you?
Good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm good. I was calling. It's a funny question I got here, sorta, but I found a silver bar from El Paso, Texas, that has Perkins written on it. But it's from a place called Vulcan Refining. Does that ring a bell?
What was the name again?
Vulcan.
Vulcan.
Vulcan Refining, El Paso, Texas, and then it says Perkins on it.
Wow. I don't know. We had a refining operation here years ago, but it wasn't called Vulcan. And they wouldn't have said Perkins on it, I wouldn't think either.
What did they say?
I don't remember what they were called. R&R or something like that. What was his name? There was two guys, and they was their initials.
Double R.
But that was 30 years ago.
Okay. Oh man. Well.
Or they may have made it. I don't know.
All right. I was wondering if you guys mind if I emailed you a picture, you could see it.
Oh yeah, if you want to do that, that'd be fine.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Have a beautiful day.
Well, you too.
Bye bye. Interesting info there. El Paso, Texas. So I have an RRR bar. He said 30 years ago there was somebody doing RRR bars that was affiliated with Perkins. What I'm about to unbox is a Vulcan refiner, two Vulcan refiner bars. These are, I haven't seen these in years. I've got two of them. Sometimes things come at the same time. Somebody opens a box in their grandpa's attic and there's a horde of M&B or something cool, and it kind of everybody sees it and everybody wants one. But I never see Vulcan refining stuff. Lots of bubble wrap, lots of tape. Looks like I'm gonna have to hack at that. And I got another one here, which I'm gonna open up. That's how I do it. Yeah, get in there. This one's a little more tightly packed. Okay, well here they are in their cocoons, but I'm gonna split these open. That's an interesting bar. It's got a weird counter stamp. Although this one looks to be etched Perkins, and that's what I called Perkins Jewelry Supply. In El Paso, where both of these stamps and these bars are reportedly to be from. Perkins is a jeweler supply for over 40 years, and as the gentleman on the phone mentioned, they had had a refinery operation 30 years ago. But not stamped Perkins and not stamped Vulcan. So that's interesting. These bars don't come up much. And suppose guys that maybe even are working with people who may have had something to do with it or not don't even know. So that's kind of a crazy thing. I would love for you to get a close up on the stamp. This stamp's a little less strong. You can see it's got some of the nines missing due to that dimple in the pour. This stamp is super strong. And that counter is crazy. It's like a sun. It's like a weird sun stamp. So I have to research that. I can find very little on Vulcan at all whatsoever. They sell pretty high. One of these I did get off of eBay. It went pretty low because one in this weight class, which is a 5-ounce weight class, went for $400 and change. This is 2018, just recently. So this one went considerably lower, probably because of the personalized etching, which says Perkins. But But I knew there was a Perkins Jeweler Supply, so I kind of was like, this might be something else. I actually don't mind people's personalized stuff. Like we'll do a video on a bunch of them that I have that are people's names, or Dad 78, or you won a golf tournament. But they're still from these cool old refiners, which is why I like them. I think it actually adds more of a story as opposed to just a blank bar. The same goes for any kind of counter stamp. Although this is etched and somebody wrote that in there. If I do find somebody else at Perkins answers my email and says they used to do these from time to time, or maybe there's a whole crazy story behind this bar, and I'll find out, and I will post it. This little guy, it's 1 ounce and change. I think it's 1.4 Troy. I'll weigh it. But this counter stamp, I can't find anything about. Somebody had an ASR, which had a similar kind of design on the stamp, but this one is more of a sun. And you may know about Westerfall, Alexander Westerfall stamp, which looks like an Aztec sun, but it's actually the initials, AW, over and over and over again, made to look like a sun. I have bars by Westerfall. I'll do a video on those too. Naga Precious Metals with a cool Texas El Paso refinery mail call. Yeah, send a comment. You know something about Vulcan? Maybe you have some, or you have a story, or you know something. Help me out, because one of the cool things about this hobby is the backstory. When did these guys operate? Why did they shut down? What the heck is that counter stamp? Who can I talk to? Maybe sometimes I've even talked to people whose brother owned the refinery, and they're like, oh man, I haven't seen one of those bars. Like, these are like lost even to the families sometimes. These are pretty rare. You don't see them come up much. I was surprised to find 2 within the same time period. So that'll wrap it up for this video. Naga Precious Metals coming at you.
Respect the Naga.
Hologram hierarchy, victim variety, spy and they find me with a Bitcoin miner beat. Third world economy, live pushing piracy, move like a hoax in lab coats at refineries. Handshake the Holy Ghost, repost if you vibe with me. A bad joke stuck in the throats of my dynasty, like the rope, another trope unwinding me. Tell a friend to push light for me. It never ends, I never hope or pretend.